Hey to fam, it's a girl Sonita. You're welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I welcome you and you're not gonna regret staying on this platform. So today's week shout out goes to Baston Blink. You're gonna see his Facebook account popping up. He has been encouraging, watching my videos, giving me advice what to do and what not to do. I really want to thank you, Baston Blink, for all your support. And if you want to be part of this shout out, do the same thing. Subscribe to my channel. Screenshot to show me that you have subscribed to my channel by following me on Instagram or on Facebook, sending me the image of the screenshot, and then I am going to give you a shout out like this one.
So today on our Weekend Diaries, we are going to be talking about how God can transform catastrophes and disasters in our lives into blessings.
In the meantime, before we begin, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Thank you. There was once a man who was shipwrecked and stranded on an island, and every day he was praying to God for God to send him someone who was going to rescue him, but to his greatest disappointment, no one ever came. Time passed and months passed, and no one came to this man's rescue. He learned, however, to survive on the island. He started picking up objects that he could find here and there on the island. When he picked them up, he stored them in a hut that he constructed by himself. One day, he went to hunt for food as usual. And on his return, he realized that his hut was on fire, alongside everything that he possessed. I mean, when I say he possessed, I'm talking about all the things that he had acquired on that island, and that was in his hut. So the hut got burned alongside everything that he possessed on that island. The only thing that he had left was the shorts that he was putting on. And he went down on his knees and went down on his hands and was busy crying and cursing God, telling him how bad he is, telling him how he had asked him to help him and look for help. But God didn't give him any help, and now God has even taken the little things that he had left or he had acquired on the island. So what is he left with now? He's gone back to point zero. So while he was busy saying all those horrible things to God, cursing God, lifting up his eyes, and then he just caught sight with a ship, and the ship was coming towards his direction. They saved him, and after he had rested, he started pondering and asking questions. But he decided to address the captain of the ship. So he went to the captain and asked him, "How did you find me? How did you know that I was on the island?" The captain told him that they were on a voyage. They were actually touring, going around, visiting new places. Then suddenly they caught eyes with a bunch of smoke, the smoke rising towards the sky. So they thought that this could be a sign, and they decided to come closer. When they came closer, they discovered that it was a hut that was on fire, and decided to come closer again. When they came closer again, they discovered that there was a living human being on the island. So that is how they found him. Now the moral of the story. Keep in mind that we are going to go through disasters, difficult moments, perilous times. I mean, you're going to go through moments that you can even take away your own life. But put in mind that all of these things, the devil uses them to destroy you. But God uses these same things to build you, to mold you, and uses them to even bless you. A clear example is this: what is happening right now in the world, the era of the pandemic, the era of the coronavirus. And now, the devil used these means to try to shut the world, to try to lock down the world. But in this period where most of us were confined and we isolated ourselves, you will discover that there are so many parts of your life that you had, when you were so busy running left and right, you had no time to sit and think, oh, what can I do? What this part of me? I mean, most of us have discovered our real purpose. Now, because we have withdrawn ourselves from the world, we have had quiet time to think. All those times that you thought that you were bored, those were the moments that you sat and you were thinking, what can I do when all of this is over? What next am I going to do? I never knew that I had this attitude. I should correct this. I should correct that. That is what God is using to bless you. Believe me, there are certain attitudes of yours that you did not know about. and that were destroying you. But now that you've had time to isolate yourself, to keep yourself aside, you've had time to correct your mistakes. All those people that you were not talking with because you were too busy. Now you have time to talk with them and mend your relationships. Believe me, there are so many people whose relationships have been amended because of this pandemic. There are so many marriages that have been reconciled because of this pandemic. Husbands that were staying out of the house all through, husbands that could not stay at home, that were up and down, all kinds of girlfriends, now had time to sit at home with their wives and their children. All those parents who never had time to take care of their children, now they could sit, learn their children, spend time with their children, learn how the children think, how they operate, teach them new things. And all those husbands and wives who had problems because they were apart now are confined in one environment and have time to reconcile and express themselves. Like, I can tell you that I had this problem with you. I'm not happy that you're doing this. I'm not happy that you're doing that. I must admit that apart from all this, many good things have happened alongside. Because in every negative situation, we should always try to identify the positivity even inside of negative situations. Those are things that are going to help us to continue to carry along. Those are things that are going to give us a purpose or a reason to continue moving even in dark environments, knowing that there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. Personally, this pandemic has helped me a lot because I spent a lot of time isolating myself, thinking like, when all of this is over, what am I going to do? Where am I going to start from? And this has helped me because I was able to start this YouTube channel, something that I always wanted to do, but I never had the time, I never had the ambition. But with all the time that I had spent at home, I could come up with this, and I must admit that it makes me happy to be able to encourage someone and make other people happy. What could be a catastrophe could sometimes be just a blessing in disguise. The righteous cry out to the Lord, and the Lord hears them and delivers them from the trouble. He said, if my people who are called by my name would humble themselves and pray and focus, purpose to seek my face, I will hear them from heaven and I'll heal their land. Alright, that's it for our weekend diaries. If this video was beneficial to you, please like and share with a friend. Ask that friend to share with another friend. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Please, please, please. Remember, you cannot change someone, but you can be the reason why someone else decides to change. Until next time, see you next week Friday. Bye.